There it is. There's YouTube. Give it a minute. There it is. What the fuck happened? Okay, well, I'm here. I'm not sure what happened with that, but it happened, I guess. Sure, I can take a look at the YouTube side while I'm doing this. The fucking ISPs are in it too. It's not a coincidence. Basically what I was saying was like, it's probably not like a bad idea to... What the fuck was I saying before I got sidelined by my ISP? I'd be very careful with what you're drawing. Like, there's nothing wrong drawing, like, in my opinion, like a nude woman, for example. Like, that's just body art. That's anatomy at that point. But, like, I wouldn't go as far as to drawing things that could be illegal. Which, granted, you're gonna have the argument where it's like just a drawing and stuff like that. If I think I know what it is, but I'd be very careful with that, because eventually, the way things are headed, you're not going to really have the avenue to draw stuff like that, right? It's in most regions. Not like I'm not recommending it, of course, because I don't approve of that kind of thing personally. I'm like with my own art, but you know, there's a huge difference between like freedom of expression and like freedom of like being able to draw what you want. Just stop mentioning to anybody you know about this and continue in the dark. I mean, that's probably for the best. That probably is for the best. I mean, it's your therapist. They have to keep things confidential for a reason. Like, obviously, in the grand scheme of things, I probably just won't care as long as it's never brought up into any, like, Discord I have. But, like, yeah, you just gotta be careful about that kind of stuff. Yeah, so like, yeah, you just don't want to like, because it's gonna make people uncomfortable no matter what. And I've already been seeing a bunch of discourse on it online in the VTubing community in general. Like, I'm not even sure if I want to say the word. I'm just gonna preface it and say that I'm not one of these. I'm just definitely not. I don't consider myself one either, with basically how I have my own worldviews and stuff. But the mass majority of the VTuber community, at least, you know, for a while, are definitely considered this, you know, considered that term, because they're basically the kind of pioneers of that. But, yeah. I don't really consider myself one, though, because I just don't fit in that category at all. If anything, I fall more into the furry category with how my character looks. I'm like this weird furry VTubing thing. Because far away, I look like a normal VTuber model, but like if I were to do a close up, well, I have a cat nose, and I have cat features too. So like, it'd be more furry than anything. Which honestly, it's not even a bad thing. I would just be careful with how people are on the internet, because your online footprint's gonna 100% matter. Like, if there's old posts you just don't care about, just delete the old posts. It doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter. Anything that's not tied down to something that you like to do, just you can delete it. Doesn't matter. Because the moment you get rid of it, it's either going to be held in their database until it gets like discovered. Oh yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing good. Yeah, I kind of streamed a little late, but I'm doing fine. My ISP kind of fucked me though. Your country protested for some bad law and failed back in 2019. It failed for many people. Please don't let that happen to other countries, you beg. I mean, you got to think about where things are headed. Like, in a perfect world, do you think all this stuff would go through? Fuck no, right? People can do what they can freely want to do online, right? And the mass majority of people were doing the stuff online because it mainly started in the pandemic. Pandemic was like, you know, people were already creating things online. Pretty much anything they wanted to create. Well, in the pandemic, that got amplified because everybody was stuck in their home. And I've talked about this before when I was like playing RuneScape the other day. But basically, it got amplified to the point to where, yeah, people were stuck in their homes. People don't have really much to do. They're stuck in their house because they're sick with COVID. What else are they going to do? They're going to be at home creating things. They're going to also be on the internet 24/7, right? Well, that created an issue to where now we're here and we have people trying to argue that there's a bad thing happening. You know, bad things are happening online. Well, bad things are happening online way before that too. I mean, that's why 4chan exists. I don't see them shutting down 4chan just yet. Like, do you think people on 4chan are going to give age verification? Fuck no, that site's going to die. And all the people on 4chan are just going to spread around the internet some other places. Probably to Mastodon. That's probably where they're gonna go, because I could probably see that happening actually, and it's actually a bad idea. It is a necessary evil. We need to keep it, right? That is one of the necessary evils we have to keep, because the fact is, if you keep 4chan open, it's gonna prevent most of those people from like moving. You got one for backup, yeah. I'd just be careful. Just be careful how you're presenting yourself online. And that goes to say with like just pretty much anything in general. Because you wouldn't want to present yourself online as if you were gonna like, you wouldn't do this in public. So don't do it online. That's basically what it's gonna boil down to. Will it cause less people to create things for a while until, you know, this inevitably gets fixed and overturned if it does go through? Yes, actually it will end up fucking hurting a lot of things, including my own stuff. I don't think, actually, it might not hurt any of the things I'm doing, but it's also probably going to end up hurting everybody else's. Maybe some people I know. But it will affect me in a way to where if I have to upload my fucking ID to some place, I'm probably not going to go to too many websites. And this is gonna be like not a tough pill to swallow, but if you're gonna get porn, you might as well just buy it on a DVD, because you don't have to verify your age that way, right? Unless Amazon requires you to do that, and that's different. Like, that's gonna cause, honestly, this whole situation is probably gonna actually cause physical media to go up even more. Online and IRL sometimes. I don't know. I would just be worried. I would just like, don't do anything that you would think that would get you in trouble. The law. Infinite content, yeah. I'm just trying to say it like in the most simplest terms without it sounding stupid. There's definitely a lot of things I wouldn't do. Due to various factors in my life. Both on and off stream. Especially things that happened to me when I was younger that I don't want to talk about. But, I don't know about that, Bertrand. Pulling back to Windows is only good if you're like doing Zoom meetings, in my opinion. Like, Windows isn't going to be like, Windows is gonna be there, but Windows is gonna have these issues to where they're gonna be, you know, you sign into your Google account, guess you gotta use your ID. It's kind of deal. That's where I feel like that's headed. Like, I don't really have problems doing things on Linux. Like, a lot of the things I do on Linux is stuff I was already doing on Windows. So, like, personally for me, Linux is like a perfect fit. This is what I prefer. Now, like, I could see maybe some programs being useful on Windows that don't work on Linux, but essentially about speedrunning. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, it really depends. Like, if you're using something with an auto splitter, you might want to try that Libre split thing. But if you're doing manual splits like I do, you could just load up live split, map your keys, put it in your OBS, and you're done. And then you go to to a site called the run.gg and download splits for a certain game you want to play and speedrun, or make your own splits. Like, it's not like, none of this stuff is impossible for Linux. Because, like, if you're, like, that's the cool thing about Linux, too. Like, it invokes creativity, it invokes the ability to control your OS how you want to control it. It doesn't really force you to have to sign into things you don't want to sign into. If you wanted to delete the whole fucking OS, you could. Like, the list goes on and on. And I, you know, for a while when I was using Windows for a while, I kind of believed it to a certain extent to where, like, you know, Linux couldn't do that much. Until I started to get really curious about it, which is like the same way I got curious about VTubing. I kind of wrote it off at first. I was kind of like, basically with VTubing, same thing with Linux. I kind of wrote it off at first, like, you know what? You know, virtual character on screen, you know, it's fucking ridiculous, right? And I start joking about it. Then I start thinking, and I'm like, maybe I could try this out. I'm not sure, you know, how to do it. Maybe I could try. Now we're here. I'm a VTuber because I enjoy it. You don't use you can use Proton. Proton has an authenticator now. You can use Proton Auth instead. That's probably what I'm gonna switch to when the ID verification shit happens, but I mean, it's already here. Because my account's sold, I haven't been flagged yet, so that's understandable at least. But yeah. But yeah, I had Proton Authenticator exists now. That came out recently. MS Auth for a while, did a uni, figured out a way to get rid of it. Yeah. I just hope all this shit doesn't like kill the things we like to do. Like the ultimatum. I hope things doesn't like. I hope things don't actually go away. Like I don't want to stop streaming. I don't want to stop VTubing. I don't want to stop doing a bunch of things. But I feel like the only way that it's gonna happen is if the government just fucking destroys everything. I feel like people should have the ability to fucking sue the government and win. But you already see what happened when they were trying to fight against the government a couple years ago. That shit didn't go well at all. Even though it's in the Constitution to say, you know, if people don't like what the government's doing, they can stand up and overthrow it. That's never happening. I'm not sure why that was even in there. That might have been, yeah, I'm not even sure why that was even in there. Yeah, we might get surprised with time. Yeah. Now, if this gets shut down and it ultimately dies, then we don't have to worry about anything. Everything will go back the way it was, and probably be even better than before. But if it gets passed, expect a couple years of bullshit. And I can kind of expect myself to kind of like be kind of cautious on the internet. Like, I've already stopped using Google search. Google search is going to require a ID. Well, DuckDuckGo won't. DuckDuckGo's not going to do that. At least I hope not. There's also Garuda Dragonized search too, so that also exists. Like, there's plenty of search engines you can use. It's not just Google. You don't have to use Google. I learned that like the easy way by using DuckDuckGo. But there's also the Garuda Dragonized one as well, which basically comes with the Fire Dragon browser, I think. And the thing is, they all work just fine. DuckDuckGo, I think, works better than Google, honestly. Like, I low-key just fuck with DuckDuckGo now. I fuck with that shit. Shit's good. Like, I can't see myself not using it. Ecosia, what the fuck's Ecosia? I'm gonna check this out. On this streaming computer so I can just see what it is. The search engine that plants trees. That's a hell of a lot of... That's a crazy ass web browser. I just like DuckDuckGo because it's fucking straight to the point. DuckDuckGo is super reliable too. That's the best part. Super duper reliable. Like, I don't think I can move away from my Google emails just yet. I'm still using them. But eventually it might happen. They just need to make Proton Mail, like, better. Or get another email provider that's better than Google. Heard of Tudamail? What the fuck's that? I've heard of Zimbra as well. I kind of wonder if Zimbra would actually be a good thing to use. Like actually I do need to check my, hold on. I'm just checking something. I don't check this email all that much, but I do check it sometimes. This Proton Mail. It's basically, so my Proton email is literally just for companies to reach out to me. Especially from Twitch. Yeah, I ended up... Yeah, these game devs just kind of just reach out to me. What the fuck is Avatar War? Oh, I'm sorry, I read something from the email. There was no fucking NDA, I don't care. At War? I have no fucking clue what this is. I'm not clicking on that project presentation. I can pretty much see where that would go. I mean, to be fair, no budget for... I do appreciate it that companies are finding my stuff and actually, you know, attempting to reach out to me though. Like, that has never happened before. Like, it's never happened in like a million years, right? Like, I'm glad companies are reaching out to me. Like, tomorrow I have a game I have to stream from a company, but it's besides the point. But that's the thing, I've already talked to them before, so that's another thing. But it is good people are noticing and reaching out. I think like my biggest company thing that I've had so far was from Kwamba, which I still have like a link to their website on my page here, because they make quality arcade sticks. I love their arcade sticks; they're so good. Like, I even have some of their older ones that I like modded. Then I have the Combat Obsidian as well that I modded as well. I still need to mod the Injustice stick, but I'm gonna wait till after I move to do that. I don't want to like put myself in a situation where I can't do much of anything. That's also the other thing. I'm gonna be moving, so I'm probably just gonna go ahead and put this up here to spend a bit. I'm moving, and the goal is $1,000 at the very least. But I'll be moving in like end of November, I think. So I'm still figuring that stuff out, but like any extra thing just helps for me. It helps me 100%. And it's just gonna be for moving expenses. That includes like deposit, includes like extra things to kind of help me out, help me stay on my feet for the most part. Because like I'm gonna try to save as much money as I can from this job, assuming I'm still working there. I just want to make sure like the best case scenario happens and I'm not gonna get fucked. That's the last thing I want to happen. Like, I'm doing my best to try to like not lose my fucking shit at my current job, because my current job fucking sucks right now because they changed things on me. Like, hopefully it gets better. I always hope it gets better, but I don't know if it's ever going to. I just hope like I just hope a lot of things get better for me, actually. Like, after I move especially, I hope like a lot of things get better for me. Like, I'm confident that they will, but who knows? I've already had to sell a bunch of things I didn't like to sell. I do a bunch of shit I didn't like doing. Eventually, when I am back on my feet on a lot of things, as far as like you know, after taking care of responsibilities, I do want to like get an Xbox again. I want to get a PS5 again. Bare minimum kind of thing. Because everything else I could just play on my computer. Or already have like a Wii U and a Switch kind of deal. I just want to make sure like I'm not gonna like run into these big issues. I'm kind of just doing sketches for now so I can like figure out what I'm doing. Basically how I want to do it. Yeah. We'll try to like at least stream for 2 hours tonight because I am getting tired. I'm just trying to bounce off ideas from my head because like, remember like a UK protest group got labels that, yeah, that's what's gonna happen to protest groups here too. If you're protesting, it's a terrorist organization all of a sudden. nothing you could do until they change it. So there's like two things I hate. One, it's censorship. I hate it when certain video games get censored because it distracts from the original vision. I hated when Twitch decided to go ahead and enact censorship on their platform as far as VTuber models go, to tell you that you can only have a VTuber model like this, this, and this. You can't do certain things like this, this, and this for no fucking reason at all, right? It's just a VTuber model, right? Like I you know, it's just a VTuber model. Who cares? It is what it is. But apparently Twitch cares, and you have to follow their TOS. Then, yeah, it's just shit. I need to change the music. Like I didn't. Okay, I didn't do a certain thing. Stupid. Yeah. They mentioned one key strategy is label your speech as definition. Yeah. I mean, it's not just you noticing it. The whole fucking internet noticed it. You know what? Like, you know what those bad people back then did? They started burning books. They started banning certain pieces of art because it said it wasn't normal. It's gonna happen again. I mean, at this point. You know what's even worse? Yeah. What's even worse? You know what they're doing? The whole ice stuff? They have camps set up for people who are immigrants, holding them there. This is obviously sounding a little fucked up. Like, worst case scenario, I just fucking move to Canada. That is the absolute worst case scenario. I say, fuck this shit, I'm out, and go to Canada. Become a citizen. Like, actually get citizenship from Canada. I wouldn't want to go there on a visa, I would want citizenship. Because if I was a citizen there, I wouldn't have issues, right? Yeah, I mean, that's just where it's headed. It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, the thing is, like, I don't even want to talk, like, if you were to ask me, like, 6 months ago. Oh, Bubby Chew. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yo, thank you for the raid. Yo, what's up, Bubby Chew? How you doing? What's up? Yo. Yeah. I'm just drawing stuff and talking about how fucking horrible the internet says. Oh, I'm drawing basically drawing like VTuber model stuff. This is try to like get some sort of style down for when I do want to storyboard something, and then I want to create like a debut video, which might be a movie at this point, if I depending on how far I go with it. Yeah, because like I'm gonna get like an updated model, and I'm gonna get like two or three other models as well, and I kind of want to like put them in like a Nintendo Direct. Yeah, no problem. I kind of want to do it like a Nintendo Direct kind of deal, where I'm like showcasing certain pieces and then like showing like whatever animation I decide to work on. So I know I can do animation, it's gonna take a while. I just need to like decide what style I want my stuff to be in. I'm also talking about how horrible the internet's gonna be in the next couple years, because it's already headed this way. Don't you love verifying your ID on YouTube? I fucking don't. Granted, my YouTube's old, so I don't think I'll have to do that, but it still sucks. How so? Basically what they're doing with YouTube is they're gonna like have you upload your ID if you don't already have like a super old account. And it's also gonna be based on what you're watching. It's a mess. It's gonna create data privacy problems. Yeah, it is a big what the fuck. Yeah. So say like you're watching stuff like, you know, the weather and shit like that. You're not gonna get flagged down. But say you want to watch Adventure Time or The Amazing World of Gumball, you're probably gonna get flagged down. They're probably gonna say, "Hey, are you an adult? Give us your ID, give us your credit card, give us your face." And then they're gonna take that data and they're gonna fucking sell it, even though they're saying that they're not. It's not good for anybody. Yeah, it sucks. Not to be too political, but there's a ton of surveillance tech being live tested, placed in the... Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, that's fucked. I don't talk about political things that much, but this shit kind of like came to our doorstep. Like ID verification happened. Yo, what's up, Nakita 06? Thank you for the follow. You're not talking about where specifically? I'm not sure, honestly. I'm kind of lost and tired. I just want to like get like some sort of style down. That explains the Clippy. It does. Louis Rosman was basically telling us Clippy would never surveil and take your data. Clippy just wanted to help, even though he was fucking annoying. He still wanted to help. I mean, you're not dragging the channel down. I just don't know how much I have to say on certain things unless I'm already talking about it. Oh yeah, I had that video recommended to me. Yeah, you should watch the video. There's a bunch of people changing their stuff to Clippy all over the internet in protest. Like, they're definitely doing it in protest. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad video. I watched it. I was like, you know, this shit kind of makes sense why they're doing Clippy. Like, this kind of makes sense. Like, hell, holy shit. And there's like a lot of reasons as like why I'm on Linux outside of like gaming, because the gaming just worked better for me on Linux. The other reason is because Microsoft. You know, when Microsoft was saying, you know, they can upload your stuff to their cloud, What's gonna happen when the government's like, you know what, can we take a look at that information? Can we just take a look at that, you know, for the kids? And they take that shit down, they take that shit and they start like fining people for various shit, or they do a bunch of government overreach, they take the information and sell it. Or something like that, so fuck. Yeah, but you probably should. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't care. Like, I care to an extent because I like my privacy. Granted, I don't do much of anything anyways, but I still like my privacy. Because the last thing I want is somebody to watch me like a hawk while I'm like editing a YouTube video or something. What are you doing? Nothing. Fucking editing YouTube shit. The arm looks wrong. Yeah, I mean, like the whole thing is like, it's not so much that you want to let them do it, it's just that it's probably gonna happen anyways. Oh, I do like the development of this arm so far though. It's transformed. It's gotta make this look good. Yeah, you're gonna go get some food and go to sleep. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Yeah, you get some food, you go sleep, you have a good night. Yeah, you as well. You as well. Yeah, I don't talk about political things all that much, but this shit kind of like came to our doorstep, and it's kind of fucked. And now they're like, a lot of these things are also kind of betting that we're like fighting with each other online too. Yeah. I feel like I sort of should just like draw like a skeleton and how I want it to look. Like the head. Well, the thing is, like, it's good. So I'm gonna explain it like in medieval times, because I'm gonna explain it how I always explained this in like 9th grade when I was talking, when a history teacher was telling me this shit like years ago. So in the medieval times, if you were poor, you didn't have food, you did not have kids, you were too busy worrying about, you know, surviving. But if you became a potato farmer and then you got a wife and you then were able to eat, you were then able to get kids. And it's about not so much about, you know, how much money you make, it's about how stable how stable your life is. If your life is very stable, then of course the birth rate's going to go up everywhere else. Well, the problem is when you're creating things that are not really incentivizing stuff like that, then you're not going to be wanting to do something like that, right? Or if you're like, oh, you know, I can't, you know, I don't want to get kids, I don't make enough I barely make enough to survive anyways on my own, well, then you're probably not gonna have kids. But if you have somebody who's like, okay, it kind of like fills in the income gap, and then all of a sudden you're both eating good, you're both, you know, living pretty decently, then you might have kids. I mean, that's just basically how birth rates go up. There's a thing in Japan, or it might be Japan or China, that if you're single, you get taxed. So they're trying to force people to go have kids because their birth rate down there is kind of shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the birth rate's kind of bad down there. It might be concerning, actually. Yeah. Like, there's definitely a lot of things I don't know about yet, but I'm probably gonna find out later whenever I take time to read. Yeah, that's the thing, is like they're also trying to censor free information. Wikipedia. Like, there's information online everywhere. Granted. But definitely gotta like make sure that like you're not like having problems. I'm just kind of doodling, but I know how to draw a woman, so give me a second. It's not going to have any features, of course, because this is a Switch, but... this is stuff I used to do all the time. Then life happened. I started doing it a lot less. That's the thing, though. You kind of, like... There's a thing that like a lot of adults just kind of like lose after a while, and I still have mine. It's called whimsy. You got to make sure you keep your whimsy. Even if shit gets tough, you got to make sure you keep your whimsy, because if you don't have any whimsy, then it's not going to be super interesting. Like from your day to day, you're just going to be feeling like a blur. Like your day's going to blur together. The thing about whimsy is you like to, you know, explore stuff, you know, your imagination. As well as be able to like at the very least be able to, you know, at least in certain situations. Lost a mind before you turn 18. Like, okay, what I mean by whimsy is like, do you like creating things? Do you like to still play games? Because that's technically whimsy in a way. But like, do you like to create things? Do you like to discover things? Do you like to, you know, have an ounce of fun, and you just feel like you're just in the moment, and you're not, and you're kind of just living in that moment? Like, that's what whimsy is. Now, there are some adults lose their whimsy, and they're like, you know, say you're excited for your birthday, right? Like, I can't wait for my birthday. I cannot wait. It's the most important day ever. Some adults, honestly, I still have whimsy because I love my birthday. I do not want to work on my birthday either, because it's the one day of the year I just don't want to work or do shit. Like, I just want to go have my birthday, enjoy my fucking day. That's it, right? I don't want to work. I don't want to do shit. Like, I'll even call in. I'll call off from work if that happens, right? I just won't go to work. I won't go to work my birthday. I'll either try to get the day off or I'll call off. I refuse to work on my birthday unless it's like a half day. That's different. But like if it's a situation to where we're like, you know, oh, I love my birthday and stuff like that, you'll have some adults who are like, it's just another day. Just another day. Or it's like some things like the weekend, like I couldn't wait for the weekend to start, right? I could not fucking wait for the weekend to start. Some adults will go like, just another day. Doesn't matter to me, just another day. Like, that's how you, like, losing your whimsy or being excited about anything in general, very detrimental. Very detrimental. You at least try to keep that. It really just depends on what happens from the day to day. Like my dad, he played video games until he was like 45. And then all of a sudden I start playing a game on my phone and he's like, you're still playing video games? And I'm like, what? Yes, I'm fucking still playing video games. And I probably will be until I fucking die. That's basically where it goes. That's basically where that boils down to, right? Like, yes, I'll be playing video games. This is just a sketch. I'm not like gonna be super. I'm just trying to get like muscle memory back, because then I can start doing some crazy shit when I'm drawing. Like, yeah, some parents will definitely lose their whimsy. They'll even try to say, oh yeah, you know, life is not a game, you shouldn't be playing video games all the time. Well, joke's on you, I still fucking do. You know, shit like that. You'll have like a generation of adults also kind of like do different things. It's like, it's not just, you know, creating things. It's like, you know, how far does your imagination go? Because some people don't even have imagination. Some people have the lack of imagination, actually. And that's just the kind of the worrying part of it. But I don't know. Trying to like look for like a good thing that's like easier, that'd like be easy to animate but not like take a lot of time. One of the things, I know I haven't like talked about any lore yet because that shit hasn't came to mind because I'm kind of tired. So I'll probably be writing that at some point when I get the drawings done. But if I had lore, one of the things I would include is Linux, of course. Linux, protect the internet kind of deal. In a way. On a different note, there is something I did notice. If you're ever in a situation where you're online and you're grifting, and you happen to say something that people, like, you have a strong view on something, but you know it's, like, not gonna, you know, get the reaction you're hoping it's for, just don't send the fucking tweet. Don't send the tweet, because basically what's gonna happen is people are just gonna fucking harass you until they, ultimately, you know, the bullshit happens, of course. Like, I already saw that happen to somebody today on Twitter, which is Twitter's the worst offender anyways. I'd just be careful with that. People are crazy. People are crazy. Ooh, I can do a thing with perspective here. I didn't think about that until I saw it. Like, I don't have any problem with somebody speaking out against something on the internet, but the thing is, you need to worry about where you're speaking that information out, because you could be like, oh, I hate, you know, this, and this, then you're gonna have the people that you oppose come after you. Personally, what I like to do is I just don't fucking say much of anything, but I do keep my own reservations on certain things because it is what it is. Again, it's nothing bad on my end, but like, yeah, shit can be crazy. You gotta be careful. One of the things I will always say is you gotta be careful. People are fucking crazy online. I'm basically just been yapping about a bunch of shit, but I've been on the internet since, God, fucking when? Oh God, since around RuneScape, and yeah, I've been on the internet since around 2007. Yeah, that's actually kind of accurate. Actually, I've used the internet since 2007. So of course I'm gonna like not want things to super change. Talking to somebody who was playing RuneScape and Adventure Quest when they were super young. Kind of cooking. One of the things you do have to this is like completely different, but based on like sponsorships and advertisers, you got to make sure that you're brand friendly with a bunch of things. This is why like I might talk about some things, but I don't go like super in depth on them, because I don't think I think certain aspects of a conversation don't need to be said because it's already being shown to you. But and I'm also like not super into like political shit, so like I only talk about internet stuff that's relevant to me, really. Like I use the internet every fucking day. Of course the situation is gonna be relevant to me. It's gonna be relevant to you too, whether or not you pay attention to it or not. So it's basically relevant to everybody right now. Will I talk about it all the time? Probably not. Probably won't. Eventually it's gonna get to the point where I basically just stop talking about it and just kind of move on to something else. I am cooking with this. Perspective. Let's go. I'm fucking tired, but I'm low-key cooking. Okay. Yeah, I need to go to bed. I'm tired. I'm gonna find somebody to raid real quick. Thank y'all for coming by. I am cooking on this drawing though. With perspective. Let me see who is streaming. Who can I drop you off to? Let's see here. Let's see here. Also, I'm bald now because I shaved my head, but that's besides the point. Let me see here. Damn, there's a lot of people streaming. Let's raid. Hold on.
Ooh. Yo, I know who I'm raiding. We're raiding Nyanko Panko Tanko. That's who we're raiding. We're raiding the Panko Tanko. Hey, yo, everybody, raid message. It's this. Shit. Just use this. Just use the words. That's the raid message. I'm going to bed.